afterwards, Chad and I were kind of talking about what to do, and I think we got some good ones for you. So the first one, Chad, come on up. From a seated guard, Chad is going to snatch up my head with a guillotine. Okay, and before we kind of show them the acceptance of it, I'm going to show you what it's like to not accept the guillotine, okay? So yeah, we'll kind of move around a little bit, but Chad's going to snatch up the guillotine, and nice and easy. He's not going to crank on my neck. He's just going to start putting it on, and I'm going to resist the guillotine and not accept that he has my neck. So we're playing. He snatches up the head. Okay, right now he has an arm in guillotine. Okay, but if he didn't, if he just had my head, and now it's just a regular guillotine, you know, the same principle applies. So he starts to put it on. I'm resisting. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, snatches it down. Try it again. Gets a good bite on my head. I'm resisting. Let's turn this way and go. I accept that I lost the battle for my head, concede the bottom position, but get an escape from the submission. So, gobbling my head. Chad, to finish it, wants to get on this hip, the side that he has controlled there. This is where he wants to be. Okay, he's throwing a leg on the back. This other leg can tangle me up here so that I can't hop out. But this is where Chad wants me to go. In a minute, after we rep this one out, we're going to take a look at the other roll where Chad attacks me with the guillotine. I beat his legs to the other side, and he accepts the fact that he lost my lower body position with the guillotine, but he's going to turn it into something else. So a little acceptance / creation drill. So one more time, he comes in, snatches up my head. You know, hey, stop for a second. We want to find out where we lost the battle. Have I lost the battle? No, certainly not. Have I lost the battle? No, not yet, but it's getting pretty dicey for me, a little bit more. Have I lost the battle yet? No, not yet. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, right about here, I don't feel too confident in fighting out of this. So as he's looking for that angle, I beat him to the next battle, and the next battle is going to be down here. So as he goes in, I go first. Going to my hip, and he's going to come up. If he doesn't come up, then I'll come up first. I'm anticipating that he comes up on top, and that's when I fill that space with my knee up the center. So let's start with this. Nice and easy with your partners next. Just give them some pressure, and I want you guys to feel and experiment around with that line, that point of no return, where you can't fight it anymore, or you shouldn't fight it anymore, and you should just accept the fact that they have your head and beat them to the next battle. Yes, ma'am.
Can I see that one more time?
Mm-hmm. So again, Chad's going nice and slow. I'm giving you resistance. I'm not conceding too soon. Okay, if he pulls me in, I'm not doing this. And putting him where he ultimately wants to go. So we're trying to replicate a real match. I have rigidity. I have a strong structure to me. He pulls me down. Okay, I'm resisting. He goes through, gets his secondary grip. He's starting to create this angle. And right about here, I don't like it, so I'm going down. This hand here is ready to go right on his knee. If I don't attack this knee, and if I just fall over, he's going to ride me up on top, and he finishes a mounted triangle. So as I go down, I'm ready to push this through. So I have a connection here to his thigh with my hand, and I'm the second connection here on his hip, trying to create a little bit of space as I go down to free my head, and then into the Ashi position. Okay, let's give it a shot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Matt here. Matt, let's do a little bit more here. And I'm discovering a lot of little nuances to this. You know, Matt's putting it on slow, but I'm finding that point of no return, that point where I think it's foolish to continue fighting, and it's more appropriate to concede a position where you have a better chance to get out. And then all the while looking for ways to not only extract yourself, but keep him from capitalizing on it, which we are going to take a look at next. So I'm just going to have Matt put me in a guillotine. We've been working both arm in and no arm guillotines, and just watch. One more. Okay, let's play around a little bit more with this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Watch Chad and I on this one. So now let's take the opposite role. Chad's going to put me in a guillotine, and I'm going to be real quick. This is kind of a creation/acceptance drill. As Chad puts me into a guillotine, I'm going to spot it, I'm going to read it soon, and I'm going to clear his legs to the side that you would want to. So this might be some new information for you guys. So Chad hits the guillotine. Let's see what side he goes into. Okay, so he's here. He's got my head on this side. We know what Chad wants to do. He wants to come down here like this. If this happens to you, and you can read it early, we want to get to the opposite side. I want my body over here. Now I can start flattening him out. And now he still has my head, but he doesn't have any leg control on me here. And we can just wait it out. Start creating some space and escaping. Also, there's a choke that you can do to them called the Von Flue choke. So be very careful if you're ever guillotining somebody and you lose connection with your lower body, they jump to the side. Be careful because this can happen to you. He hops in. Do it without my arm. I'm gonna need my arm on this one. Yep. Okay, so I jump the hand over. I get him on his side, I beat his legs, and Chad's stubborn. He wants to hold on. He doesn't accept what's happening here. And there's a cool choke called a Von Flue choke right there. Okay, so Chad's going to accept that he lost the battle with his legs. He lost it, but he's going to recover and create another opportunity. So acceptance / creation here. So he comes in, hitting that guillotine. We're going to do a good job of jumping quickly before he has a chance to pull us over here like this. We're going to quickly jump past those legs and get to here. And now Chad is going to create some space, and then he feeds into the darce there. Okay, go ahead and lock it up again. He can roll me through here and start turning and finish from on top, if he desires. Guillotine. I'm going to hop over to the other side. He hips out, feeds that hand, follows, comes up on top, and finishes there. Let's try this for a couple minutes, and we'll come back in and shed some more light on this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Chance to practice that a little bit. Let's go into some more detail. I didn't want to give you too much at once. I wanted you to kind of feel what it was like, and now we can start tightening it up. When I switch from the guillotine to the darce, because I lose the battle with the legs. He hops over, clears my legs. I have to think quick, otherwise he's going to take side control top. So as I make that transition, I go into my darce. I need to maneuver myself that allows for me to hit the darce. You'll see what I mean here. So I'm gonna put Matt in the guillotine, snapping the head down, putting his head in the bucket. Other hand comes in. Oh my goodness, that's the wrong side. There you go. Okay, so right here. I can't feed the darce right now. He's on top of me, 100%. This hand right here is the one that needs to weave from his armpit to his neck over there. So I'm gonna stay with the guillotine a little bit. I'm gonna make him think that I haven't given up this battle yet, even though I've clearly lost it. Okay, the likelihood of me getting my legs back in is slim to none. Maybe against somebody who's not very good, it can happen, but against someone like Matt, no way. Okay? So I've already accepted that, but I'm not letting him know that yet. So I'm going for it. Here like this, I'm creating the opportunity to now, watch this, just freeze right there, to now punch this through. And I'll hit my shallow darce, and now I'll come back. Here. Is your arm okay? Yeah, why don't you get your arm out of there? Wow. Kimura. Boom, boom. He jumps. Boom. There we go. Okay. Here, I punch it through. There we go. Okay. And now I start walking again. Again. Walking back. One more time. Okay, maneuvering your body to feed and get the angle that you need for a good finish. Ready, 1, 2, 3. But let's kind of dive into the darce a little bit. Darce a little bit trickier to hit in the gi, as with the guillotine, the anaconda. They're a little quicker, no gi. But hey, just because you're wearing the gi, don't forget about these chokes. There's a shallow darce and then there's a full darce. The shallow darce is when we're gonna grab our forearm, and when we can finish from there, and I'll share with you mechanically how we can get the finish from the shallow darce, what's the important part. And then the full darce is when we're locking on our bicep. No thumb, okay, we're not gonna grab like this with the C grip on our bicep, that's weak. We wanna go with a monkey grip on the bicep there. So just lay on your side if you would. We'll just talk about the darce. So you've gotten into the darce, turn towards me here like this. Okay, so we've gotten into the darce here like this. The arm is behind, it's popping through the other side here. Sometimes we start with a palm to palm, and I'm using this to kind of ratchet myself in to get to the full darce, and then this hand goes high on his back. From here, I'm putting my head over his shoulder here, and then I start compressing there. The mistake a lot of people make is they stay up here like this, and then they don't get it. So we want to put all of our weight over there on that shoulder, and then we're pinching in. I'm curling his spine, so this elbow has an important job. This is where the power from the darce comes from, is this there as I'm bringing everything in. The shallow darce works great when you're maybe going against a bigger guy, or they're doing a really good job of back pressure with their elbow and you're not able to get that full lock. So we can start with the shallow and move to a full, or just finish with the shallow. It's just a wee bit different. So I'm in here like this, I'm ratcheting, I'm trying to get through, but all I can get is that right there. This hand will stay low instead of up here high that we did on the full. It's gonna stay low, but it's this elbow that does the same job as it did last time. Elbow comes in, put my head over his shoulder, and I'm bringing everything in. There. So the full darce, here, okay, bring your head over the shoulder, or the shallow darce, right on that forearm, and the hand stays low on his back there. Bring that elbow in. There, so when I put this all together, put him into the guillotine, he hops the legs, I sell the guillotine a little bit more, and then I come back, shallow darce, that's all I can get right now, shallow darce. But I move back in, I move away, and now from here, if I think I can go to a full darce, I will. Or I can stay with the shallow if I don't think I can get that fight. Finish there. 1, 2, 3. For the last 10 minutes of drills, I'm gonna have the higher belts come out, and you guys are gonna come in and take a turn with one of us, whoever's available, like we've done before. And the reason why is we can protect ourselves. We can also feed with what I want to get across here. So accepting when you're losing a choke and you should switch off to a different choke. You know, that point of no return where, you know, you're attacking them, but that attack's gonna fail. So that's the next level here that we're going to. The guillotine, the darce, and the anaconda are a family that link very well together. Okay, right?
Yep.
Or are they cousins? Are they distant
That's
cousins?
still family.
Okay. They're brothers and sisters. I think they are. So Peter, you're gonna feed the guillotine. You're gonna switch off to a Darce when you need to an Anaconda. No particular order, just as I kind of move and defend. And you can just go ahead and talk us through your mindset on that point of no return when you've lost that attack and now you decided to switch off to another one. So we'll just start here like this. So talk us through what you're going for, Peter.
For a guillotine moment. Here, I'm starting to think about switching to the Darce.
Oh, right back to the guillotine.
Darce.
Right into the Darce again. What about if I do this?
Peruvian necktie.
Peruvian necktie? There you go.
Back to the guillotine. Yeah, Anaconda is just the opposite of the Darce. Right?
Just the opposite of the Darce.
Right there.
So go to your knees. The Darce is coming in behind the armpit and through the neck. That's where the Darce is going. The Anaconda is just the opposite. It starts at the neck, goes out the armpit, like this. And we put him down, start curling towards him. Oh, we can come all the way up on top here. Then Peter threw some Peruvian neckties in there as well. You know, the point is to link the chokes together, the guillotines, the Darces, the Anacondas, the Peruvians. When you feel like you've lost the one, then you make the transition to the next one. So, Peter, you can stay out. Nick, you can stay out. I'll stay out. Are you okay to stay out, or do you want me to pick someone else? Because I know you've got some neck issues, and I don't.
Yeah,
want
I'll sit out.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Let's go, Matt. Why don't you come out? Actually, Ryan. I'll have you be the other one. So, Nick, Peter, myself, and Ryan. Everyone else, just on the wall right there, and then grab one of us when we're available. Okay, give me. What's that?
You're trying to choke. What are you doing?
We're just feeding you choke. So we're allowing ourselves to be choked by you, but we're going to defend the choke, and we want you guys to recognize that point of no return, that point of you lost it, accept it, and then transition to the next choke. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go.